If your neighborhood is like mine, there's a gym on every corner. Even roadways are now being built with bicycle lanes. If you take your kids to McDonald's, they are offering you yogurt and apples instead of fries. Even in our public school system, the First Lady, Michelle Obama, started an initiative to lower portion control in order to fight childhood obesity. But there's also a movement in this country. And that other movement in this country is to try to legalize marijuana, a drug that's been proved to be addictive and also causes changes to both your body and your brain. By legalizing this drug, we'll provide more of an ease of access to the drug to our children. And marijuana should not be legalized. Marijuana has several potential problems, and we're going to talk about a few of those today. First, we're going to talk about the health effects of legalizing marijuana. Marijuana has 50 to 70% more cancer-causing agents than a regular tobacco cigarette, and that's according to drugfacts.org. They gave an example that if you smoke one marijuana cigarette, that was equivalent to smoking 5 tobacco cigarettes back to back to back. According to recent statistics from the Center for Disease Control, 79,000 Americans die each year from alcohol-related illnesses. Another 443,000 Americans die from tobacco-related illnesses. Combine this information with the fact that the United States has one of the most robust and prevalent illegal drug trades in the whole entire world. The question arises, why would we want to allow another drug to affect our lives and our communities? Next, by legalizing marijuana, we will inadvertently be encouraging new users. And let me give you an example of that. So you're driving in your car and you stop at a stop sign. You stop because it's illegal not to stop. Now, let's not lie. Every once in a while, you might do the rolling stop, but at the very minimum, you're going to slow down, look both ways before you proceed to the intersection. Because we know if we don't stop, it's illegal. Now tomorrow we wake up and it's no longer legal to not stop at a stop sign. Most people wouldn't stop. We stop because it's illegal. By characterizing the use of drugs as quasi-legal or basically state sanctioned, legalizers stipulate the social norm that drugs are dangerous. They undercut the goals of stopping addiction and to prevent new starters. That's according to Andrea Boutwell, MD. She was the former Deputy White House Director of the National Drug Control Policy. The legal status of a drug has a direct impact on its use. According to the New York Times, they did a study, and 52% of Americans admitted to using alcohol in a 30-day period of time. Another 7% admitted to using tobacco in that same 30-day period of time. And only 7% say that they use marijuana. The dramatically lower marijuana use directly affects the fact that it's illegal, not its appeal. And finally, let's talk about the societal impact on legalizing marijuana. Have we fully thought about the impact of our job performance, on public safety, and do we really want to promote getting high? We are living in a country right now where young people everywhere are actively seeking out new and creative ways to self-medicate. These young people are in a place right now they should be learning how to process their emotions, not how to suppress them. And that's according to Dr. Howard Samuels, a psychotherapist. Do we really want a culture that is full and bursting with adults who have no self-soothing skills or no coping skills, who live their lives in high anxiety and panic disorders? Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't revisit the punishment for possession of marijuana. Do I think people should go to prison for having marijuana or using marijuana? No, I don't. But the last thing we want to do is to make another drug legal. We're already fighting the combat every day of alcohol, of tobacco, two things that are legal, not to even include prescription drug use, which is also on the high. By legalizing marijuana, we'll be introducing more problems than I think as a society we really want to face. We'll be encouraging our children and people in general who maybe have never used drugs before and giving them the wrong message that it's okay to do so. Not only will people be hurting their own bodies, But what about the use of secondhand smoke and the effects it's going to have on other people around them? So, in conclusion, I think that the writer Yanni Goldstein put it best. Legalizing marijuana will in turn turn us into a stone society. If you want an example of what that looks like, consider Amsterdam and its red light district, where pot smoking is famously legal. If you've been, you know that it is Sully, a much beautiful and historic city. Forget the soulless stares from prostitutes that follow you for a moment, or the staggering stoners with cliched Bob Marley street art, and seedy drug dealers standing on every corner offering you a Coca-Cola of hard drugs. That's depressing enough. But now let's picture this. But instead, let's not picture Amsterdam. Let's picture this in any American city in our country. Do we really want to do this? Is that the picture that we want in our America? Thank you for your time.